Your cat is purring right now. Or they were recently. You have no idea what is actually happening inside them. Purring is not a simple sound, it is not even fully understood by scientists, and it does not mean what you think it means. Here's the part that surprises everyone. Cats purr at a very specific frequency. That frequency has documented medical effects. The frequency range of a domestic cat purr is between 25 and 150 hertz. Bone tissue regenerates most efficiently at 25 to 50 hertz. This is not a coincidence. Researchers believe cats may have evolved purring partly as a self-healing mechanism. A paper published in the Journal of the Acoustical Society of America documented that cats exposed to their own purr frequencies showed faster recovery from bone injury. But here is where it gets more complicated. Cats do not purr only when they are happy. This is the part most people get wrong. Cats purr when content. Cats purr when stressed. Cats purr when giving birth. Cats purr when they are dying. The purr means many different things. The mechanism behind purring involves the laryngeal muscles in the throat. They dilate and constrict the glottis rapidly during both inhale and exhale. This is what makes the purr continuous. Unlike most animals that only vocalize on exhale, cats produce sound on both the in-breath and the out-breath. The result is an unbroken sound. No pause for breathing. It just keeps going. Your cat is a biological sound machine that never needs to stop for air. And here is something that surprises cat owners every time. Not all cats can purr. The ability splits along a very specific biological line. Big cats that roar cannot purr. Big cats that purr cannot roar. The two abilities are mutually exclusive. It comes down to one small bone. In lions, tigers, and leopards, the hyoid bone is partially cartilaginous. This allows the flexibility needed for roaring. It also prevents purring. In domestic cats, cheetahs, and cougars, the hyoid bone is fully ossified. Rigid. This allows purring on both breath directions. Roaring becomes impossible. Your cat belongs to the purring side of the biological line. They got purring. They gave up roaring. They seem fine with this decision. Now back to what purring actually signals, because the context matters enormously and most owners only read one signal. Contentment purring sounds lower and more rhythmic. Solicitation purring, the kind cats use when they want food, is higher pitched and embeds a cry within the purr. Researchers at the University of Sussex recorded both types and played them to humans. People consistently rated the solicitation purr as more urgent and harder to ignore. Your cat has essentially evolved a sound that exploits human sensitivity to infant cries. The embedded cry frequency matches ranges humans are wired to respond to. Wait, your cat developed a sound specifically tuned to manipulate you into feeding them. Scientists confirmed this. It works every time. But cats do not only use purring on humans. They purr for themselves. And this is where the healing hypothesis gets very interesting. Wild cats, including cheetahs and servals, have been observed purring when injured and alone. No audience, no food motivation, just purring into the void. This suggests purring is not purely communicative. It serves an internal function. The cat is using sound to regulate its own physical state. A 2001 study by Rubin and colleagues at SUNY Stony, Brook found that vibration in the 25 to 50 Hz range increased bone density in test subjects by up to 20%. Cats fall from great heights and walk away. They recover from fractures faster than expected. The purr frequency hypothesis may explain why. And here's the thing about cats and falling. They purr during the fall, not after. During. They are running the healing process before impact. Now let us talk about what purring does to the human on the receiving end, because the effects are not just psychological. Studies from the Minnesota Stroke Institute found that cat owners had a 40% lower risk of heart attack over a 10-year period compared to non-cat owners. Researchers could not fully isolate the mechanism, but the leading hypothesis involves the stress reduction effect of low-frequency vibration on the human nervous system. When your cat sits on your chest and purrs, the vibration passes through your rib cage. Your breathing slows, your heart rate drops, your blood pressure decreases. Your cat is functionally a portable medical device. This is not metaphor. The physiological effects have been measured. But here's the part that no one tells you. You can accidentally train your cat to only purr for solicitation, and then the healing purr disappears. If every time your cat purrs you immediately give them food, they learn that purring produces food. They start using only the high-pitched, urgent purr. The fix is simple. When your cat purrs quietly and is not asking for anything, do not interrupt. Let the contentment purr run its full course. This preserves the purr as a multifunctional behavior. Your cat keeps all three modes: contentment, solicitation, and self-regulation. Now here is something cat owners rarely think about. Cats begin purring at approximately 1 week old, before their eyes are open. Kittens cannot meow and suckle at the same time, so they purr while nursing to signal to the mother that they are feeding and alive and well. The purr is the first sound a cat makes. It is also the sound some cats make at the very end of their lives. The same mechanism, start to finish. Here is something that scientists confirmed in 2023. Domestic cats have a purr that wild ancestors do not produce. Domestication changed the purr. Wild felids in the purring group produce intermittent purring. Domestic cats produce the smooth, continuous purr. Living with humans changed the biology. Your cat evolved this specific sound in response to thousands of years of living with people who responded to it. You and your ancestors shaped what the purr became. This means the purr you hear is not ancient. It is a product of the relationship between your species and theirs. It is a co-created sound. Now the practical question: can you purr back at a cat and have it mean something? The answer is technically yes. Cats do not expect humans to purr, but low consistent humming produces similar vibration frequencies. Cats have been documented relaxing in response to human humming. The mechanism is vibrational, not linguistic. The cat does not understand what you are doing. They just feel the 40 to 80 hertz range and respond to it. Here is the part that changes how you listen. Every purr your cat produces is slightly different. Frequency, rhythm, and intensity all vary by context. Owners who have lived with their cats for years develop the ability to distinguish these. Not consciously, they just sense that something is off. A 2013 study from the University of Vienna found that long-term cat owners scored significantly higher on tests of cat vocal recognition than short-term owners. Your brain is learning your specific cat, not cats in general. Your cat, the way their particular purr sounds when they want something versus when they are just existing. This is a real cognitive adaptation. You are becoming fluent in a language of one, a private dialect that only exists between you and this specific animal. And your cat is doing the same thing in reverse. The solicitation purr they use specifically on you is calibrated to your response patterns. Other cats get a different version. You have a mutual acoustic communication system that neither of you designed consciously and that neither species had before domestication. Here's what this means practically. When your cat purrs on you, they are not just expressing an emotion. They may be actively trying to regulate your state. Several studies have found that cats approach their owners more during periods of stress. Not because they are stressed, because they sense your stress. A 2015 study in the journal PLOS found that cats oriented toward owners who were upset more than toward calm owners and initiated more contact. This is not random. Cats are not indifferent to your emotional state. They respond to it. They just respond differently than dogs. Dogs comfort loudly. Cats comfort quietly, with frequency, by sitting very still on the part of you that hurts most and just running the sound. The purr is not ambient noise. It is targeted, calibrated, delivered at the frequency most likely to help. You just never knew to notice. So next time your cat climbs on you and starts purring, you now know what is happening, both for them and for you. They are running a biological sound system that evolved over thousands of years, and they pointed it at you on purpose. The science behind cat purring is still not fully understood. New research keeps finding more, but the basics are now confirmed. 25 to 150 hertz, bone healing, self-regulation, solicitation cries embedded in comfort sounds, co-evolution with humans. All of it. Your cat is more complicated than you thought. The purr is more complicated than you thought, and somehow that makes it better. If you learned something today, drop it in the comments. And if your cat is purring right now, go ahead and listen more carefully than you did before.